Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Remy and thank you for joining me on today's journey into the metaverse. LA, Los Angeles, City of Angels, whatever you want to call it, it's being released in Upland next week. And I'm going to tell you how to get on the drop and the details that you need to know to have a successful drop day. Upland has released this article that I will link down below where they have all the details about the drop. To kick it off, Los Angeles will be released in 2 waves, a north and south portion, strictly because it is so large they don't want to drop it all at once to overload the servers. So there's going to be 2 opportunities for you to go in and snag a bunch of land up. The southern portion of Los Angeles is planned to release on Thursday, January 27th at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard. They will be doing a stress test a day before that where they'll release one small location in the southern part of Los Angeles to make sure the servers are running smoothly. But right here is the picture of Los Angeles. So if you're doing your research, look for the portions in this area, the bright yellow, where you can see they're releasing first. And then the darker yellow, they're releasing second. And apparently, Inglewood, this green image, will be released as a part of LA as well, but it's not actually LA. The send fees in Los Angeles, you'll be able to set them to $125 as the max. In Manhattan, you can only put your send fees up to $100, and Nashville $50. So this is a higher tier city already. There will be airports. There will be at least 25 collections. For the fair start allocation, roughly 13%. So that means 13% of the properties in Los Angeles will be only for users who have less than $100 in the game. They could pick up properties cheaply, but they won't be any major key properties. And then it's a tier 1 treasure hunt, which is huge. That's like Manhattan. So this will be getting a lot of traffic for treasure hunts and treasure events. In Upland, in order to get to the city, you're gonna have to take a plane or a train. Well, they're starting off with a terminal sale. So on Saturday, tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard, you can register to purchase a terminal. There is going to be 30 airport terminals and 20 train terminals. And here are the prices. It's $475 for a train terminal and $1,920 for an airport terminal. Quite a bit of money, but hey, think about all the traffic is going to be going in and out of Los Angeles, and it's possible that this is an international hub, which could be huge. So when they drop international locations, you either have to go to LA, Manhattan, or San Fran in order to fly out. That's not a lot of locations, and if there's a couple 100,000 active users, that's a lot of send fees and traffic going through this node. So if you're interested in some passive income, this is probably a good start. But you have to register tomorrow, and the sales takes on Sunday the 23rd at 8 a.m. So it's this weekend. If you don't have an account and you want to sign up, use the referral link down below because you'll get 50% of your first purchase back, and the other 50% will go to me. It helps me out, helps you out. Just free money. If you are located somewhere else in the country, currently in Upland, you have to get to LA in order to participate in the drop. Right here, it shows you all the routes into LA and out of LA and the cost and the duration. Most plane terminals in this game, besides Cleveland, it looks like, will allow you to get to Los Angeles, so you don't have to worry. Just make sure you're there, a day before the drop happens, so you're not stuck in the train terminals or bus terminals or plane terminals are clogged. You don't want to be left behind. So on Wednesday, this phase 1 of the stress test will be a send stress test, and essentially they will give you a reward if you send in that certain allotted, if you send your block explorer at 8 a.m., Upland will give you a reward for participating in the send stress test. That's just a way for them to look at the service and make sure they're running smoothly. Then after that, phase 2, they will release Montecito Heights, which is a pretty popular neighborhood in Los Angeles. So that is on Wednesday next week for the stress test. Then the day after, on Thursday, as I previously mentioned, they will start by opening Mount Washington. And then phase 2, they will start with Harbor City and Fairfax just to make everything run smoothly. And then they will release the remainder portion of southern LA. They have yet to announce when the northern portion of LA will be released, but I'll keep you guys posted. You don't need to worry about that. If you're curious on how to register for terminals, it is going to be right here. So you have to be on the web version. You cannot be on the app. You have to be on the web version, get UPX, specials, and then right here, when registration opens, you'll be able to click register and you'll get a ticket, and that ticket will determine where you are in the queue in order to purchase that terminal. If you are hesitant or on edge about getting into the game, I think LA is a great first approach into the metaverse. It is a pretty safe investment, again, in my opinion, but LA is going to be very popular in Upland, and I'm assuming that any property you can get in Los Angeles will be a good purchase. And who knows? Collections, start doing some research. There's going to be over 25 collections for Los Angeles. If you can purchase some properties that happen to end up being in those collections, well, those just skyrocketed in value because you can 2-3x your passive income on those properties. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I made a video on how to increase your passive income in Upland. I recommend checking that out. What really piques my attention is that Upland even says, don't miss out on your chance to snag yourself a property in the City of Angels, where you can leave your mark on what will no doubt become an important hub in the Upland Metaverse. Right there, an important hub, that's a key phrase. That means that they are going to do something special or unique with LA. Upland doesn't call every city they release an important hub in the Upland Metaverse. So I'd be looking out for this drop. I really would. I recommend you guys all participate. Upland releasing Los Angeles is pretty big for the game. I feel like the city will sell out pretty fast. You're gonna have to be very quick, and the Bronx sold out in about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna give an estimate that Los Angeles will sell out in probably less than that. So be quick. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really does mean a lot. And I'll see you next video.